Hello Manchester United fans. It's beyond me Ole Gunnar Solskjær stunned by Man United transfer blunder. Former Manchester United boss Ole Gunnar Solskjær has openly questioned why his past employers sold Scott McTominay last summer while defending his own criticized transfer decisions. Solskjær, now in charge of Turkish giants Besiktas, spent almost 3 years in charge of United between 2018 and 2021. The once prolific forward enjoyed and endured a range of peaks and troughs while in charge of his beloved former club. There was a notable drop-off in results after he was permanently appointed manager following a blistering 19-game caretaker spell. Yet Solskjær still led United to a second-place finish in 2020-21 heights that Ruben Amorim can only dream of this season. The ex-Norway international was eventually ousted from the Old Trafford dugout 4 months into the 2021-22 campaign after failing to find the best system to accommodate United's summer rivals, namely Cristiano Ronaldo. However, watching on from afar as a keen fan, Solskjær revealed his shock at the club's transfer activity last summer, citing the exit of Scott McTominay to Napoli as a particularly confusing decision. "How you can sell Scott is beyond me," Solskjær gawped while in conversation with BBC Sport. "Scott and Fred together, they were lads you would put your hat on every day to give 100%. McTominay had been a regular in defensive midfield for Solskjær, but began to show his attacking prowess towards the end of Erik ten Hag's tenure. The Scotland international racked up 10 non-penalty goals across all competitions last term for United, more than Bruno Fernandes, Marcus Rashford or Anthony Martial could boast. The United Academy graduate has continued to excel in Serie A this term, hitting double digits for Antonio Conte's league-leading Napoli. Beyond the arrival of Ronaldo and Jadon Sancho, Solskjær's decision to sanction a record-breaking £80 million move for Harry Maguire was widely criticized. The former United boss was keen to hail the centre-back as a leader and a fighter. "I was never in doubt when I signed him, and he walked in the door, he would be captain for us," Solskjær insisted. "There is another captain there in Bruno Fernandes. The two of them are top human beings." 3.5 years on from his Old Trafford departure, Solskjær revealed that Maguire and Fernandes are among a surprisingly small group of former players who have got in contact with him. "Those two and Victor Lindelof are probably the only ones I have heard from in the club since I left," he admitted. "You want the best for them." Man United make Højlund and Zirkzee transfer decisions as Juventus loom. Manchester United coach Ruben Amorim is reportedly ready to give Joshua Zirkzee a new chance next season, pushing Juventus target Rasmus Højlund out of Old Trafford. Manchester United coach Amorim is willing to retain Zirkzee in 2025-26 and sell Højlund, as the Red Devils aim to sign a new centre forward during the summer transfer window. Both Zirkzee and Højlund have been Juventus targets in recent months, and CalcioMercato.com confirms the Bianconeri have already opened preliminary talks for the ex-Atlanta star. According to the report, Juventus director Cristiano Giuntoli had also reached a verbal agreement with Zirkzee's agent for a loan move to Turin in January, but the Bianconeri didn't shake hands with the Premier League side. Zirkzee has recently suffered a severe biceps injury, but according to the report, Amorim is willing to keep him in the Red Devils squad in 2025-26, pushing Højlund towards the exit door. The 22-year-old, a former Atlanta star, has scored 7 goals in 35 appearances under Amorim since the Portuguese coach's appointment in November. Juventus open Højlund talks. In April, transfer expert Matteo Moretto reported that Juventus had opened talks for Højlund. "I believe Højlund will be an interesting name in the summer. 2 clubs are monitoring him," he said. "On the one hand, Napoli are looking for a striker. Højlund is part of their long list. He's not a top choice. Not a priority. On the other hand, Juventus want two strikers. They have already started preliminary talks even if a real negotiation hasn't yet begun. Juventus are expected to part company with Dusan Vlahovic in the summer, as the striker has refused to sign a new deal beyond 2026, while Randal Kolo Muani is on loan from PSG at the end of the season, and Juventus do not have an option to make his move permanent. Antony offered fresh Man United escape route after cut-price transfer fee emerges. Manchester United will hope they can prompt a bidding war for Antony following the Brazilian's impressive spell with Real Betis after Atletico Madrid revealed their interest. Atletico Madrid have already inquired about the possibility of signing Antony from Manchester United this summer, as the Red Devils prepare to offload the 25-year-old. The club could accept a fee in the region of £34 million and are prepared to cut their losses, but will now hope to drive that price up. The Brazil international has so far failed to set the pitch alight at Old Trafford following an £86 million move from Ajax in August 2022. But a loan to Real Betis earlier this year has seen him quickly find his feet in La Liga. Antony has notched 6 goals and 4 assists in 19 appearances in Andalusia, including a goal against Fiorentina in Real Betis' Europa Conference League semi-final. Perhaps unsurprisingly, the La Liga side are interested in extending his stay. For their part, Betis believe Antony has already given them his word. They would be more interested in agreeing another loan deal with United, however. Meanwhile, reports in Spain claim that Atletico have made contact over the possibility of agreeing a deal this summer, and that could leave United determined to drive an auction. There is even said to be some optimism in Manchester that recouping up to £42.5 million could be possible. United, however, have parked any formal transfer negotiations until the end of the season as they focus on earning European glory in the Europa League. Former Spain international and Betis icon Joaquin is now on the La Liga side's board. The ex-winger has joked he would be willing to kidnap Antony in a bid to keep him at the club. "I'll provide the car if he has to be kidnapped, but let him stay no matter what," said Joaquin. "This is the moment to enjoy." I think important moments will come, and we'll see later. Ex-Manchester United goalkeeper David De Gea was in net when Antony found the net against Fiorentina on Thursday. The Spanish shot stopper is pleased that his former teammate has finally been able to show his quality, though frustrated it came against him. "I trained with him 1,000 times, and he never scored a goal with his right foot in any training session," De Gea told Movistar Plus after sharing a moment with Antony post-match. "But now he's confident and is showing the player he is. I haven't seen the shot in any matches. I think a player was in front of it, and I couldn't see it, but he hit it well with his right foot. I'm happy for him, because he was coming from a difficult moment at United, and now he's showing the best of himself." Ole Gunnar Solskjær shows his true colors with response to Man United struggles. Ole Gunnar Solskjær spent 3 years as Manchester United's manager following a successful period there as a player, and concedes their decline has been a hard watch. Ole Gunnar Solskjær admits it is hard to watch Manchester United's continued struggles. The Norwegian led the Red Devils for 3 years, and has seen the club decline following his sacking. Solskjær was shown the door in 2021 after a string of poor results to begin the season. Throughout his tenure, plenty had questioned whether he had the ability to truly lead the Manchester outfit back to the summit of English football. A 4-1 loss to Watford in November was their 5th reverse in 7 games, and ultimately cost Solskjær his job. During their poor run, they were humiliated 5-0 at home by Liverpool, whilst Manchester City also secured a dominant win at Old Trafford. Ralf Rangnick was hired as Solskjær's replacement, but failed to take the club forward before leaving after less than a year. Erik ten Hag, despite winning 2 trophies, failed to find the winning formula, with Ruben Amorim now also struggling in the dugout. United will post their worst ever Premier League finish this season as they languish in the bottom half. The club are miles away from the success they enjoyed during Sir Alex Ferguson's era, and Solskjaer concedes the table makes for grim reading every week. He told the BBC, "Man United is my family and will always be part of me. In football, you don't feel sorry for anyone because we are privileged, absolutely 100% privileged to be able to work in clubs like this. But for me, it is hard to watch because it is your family that is struggling. It is never easy at the weekend when you look at the table." Solskjaer has returned to management in Turkey with Besiktas, a club he is compared to the Manchester outfit. A number of his decisions were continually questioned, specifically his loyalty to certain players. Harry Maguire was his statement signing in his first summer. The defender endured mixed fortunes and copped regular criticism, with Solskjaer urged to drop the England centre-half, despite choosing to make him captain. Maguire has since endured a renaissance, and the ex-United boss was always confident he would come good. He said, "For me, Harry Maguire has always been a leader and a fighter. I was never in doubt when I signed him, and he walked in the door, he would be captain for us. There is another captain there in Bruno Fernandes. The two of them are top human beings. I was so happy for them last night. Those two and Victor Lindelof are probably the only ones I have heard from in the club since I left. You want the best for them."